I hear a lot of hypotheticals coming up about, how the Pistons should possibly try to trade for John Wall or Bradley Beal. And this is looking at the terrible they 2-8 start for the Washington Wizards. We back Motor City Sports Talk early in the morning. And I don't really like the John Wall fit. Let me say that first. John Wall I don't think is eligible to be traded until next year. When his extension kicks in, maybe that's what I heard. He signed an extension with the Wizards, so maybe it's a loophole they can get through to move him. But you don't want to add John Wall to this team without bringing shooting or getting more shooting, just in general. The Pistons don't have enough shooting to take on John Wall. You got John Wall, Andre Drummond. Blake Griffin is an okay shooter. It's not enough shooting. Whatever swingman you bring in has to be a marksman from the arc, beyond the arc. It has to be a marksman. And I think Washington would consider blowing it up, but I think they believe they're too talented to blow it up. But if you were to trade for John Wall, it's not going to come cheap. These Pistons coming with these hypotheticals, Stanley Johnson, Luke Kennard, Reggie Bullock, whoever, you know what I'm saying? And in the first round pick, that's not going to take it. And the truth be told, it's going to take a lot to get John Wall or Bradley Beal. And it's going to take somebody that the Pistons love dearly and Tom Gordon loved dearly to get him. And that's Andre Drummond. You're not willing to part ways with Blake Griffin. But like I said before, Andre Drummond got to get traded. You know what I'm saying? In the league where he don't fit, it's really no place for him when you're talking about dominant basketball and winning basketball for real. And people say, well, Andre Drummond gets 20 and 20 and that's fine and dandy. But, look at the games. When it matters the most against Embiid, but it matters the most, he can't make you pay. When it's a mouse in the house, which every Saturday, every day it's a mouse in the house for Andre Drummond unless he's going against a guy like Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, guys like that. It's a mouse in the house. And when you put a guy, when you got a body like him, 270 pounds, 280 pounds, 7 foot, and you can't put him on your back hip and you can't make a basketball move, you can't get two every time, it's really no use for Andre Drummond with the Pistons. He can't dominate the interior. He doesn't dominate the perimeter. Never will dominate mid-range as well. So if he can't be like Shaq, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, and demand a double team, or even like a young Dwight Howard and demand a double team, you might as well move him. You can't. And this is a guards league now. It's not back in the 80s or the 80s or the 90s for a certain extent where it was a big man's league. It's no longer a big man's league, and because the big men don't know how to post up but don't know how to be disciplined and use the post to their advantage. They don't want to learn how to use post moves. They all want to go out to the three-point line, and do that. But if they was able to master the post and go down there and get two and demand a double team, they would be dominant. Draymond Green and Clint Capella, guys like that, man, shouldn't even be touching Andre Drummond on the post with the type of body he got. But like I said, it's going to take a deal centered around Drummond to get anybody of substance to the Pistons. And that's if teams want Drummond, because the NBA is not going that way. It's not going that way for Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good enough defender yet, which I think he could develop in. But I think the guy, if you really want to move it, would be Bradley Beal, and try to get a Kelly Oubre with him, another swing guy that they got still a lot of potential. Think he needs consistent minutes, but Bradley Beal is the guy you probably want to get. Turns 26 in probably a month or two or whatever. He'll be 26 real soon. Can shoot the ball. Kind of an undersized too at 6'4", but he definitely can shoot the ball. Perfect fit with Blake Griffin. Perfect fit for this offense. If you can swing Bradley Beal without giving Andre Drummond up, that's a big win. But obviously, the Pistons have nothing nobody wants until next year. And I say next year is because Reggie Jackson will have an expiring contract next year. That's why I say next year. See, next year I think Reggie Jackson's contract will be an expiring one of like $20, $18 million, whatever it is. And that's an attractive contract to clear space for somebody else. But if the Wizards continue to be bad, why would they move any of these guys? I mean, you can get Zion Williamson or Bola Bowl or R.J. Barrett or one of those guys next year and be good with what you already got. But Bradley Beal will be the fit here. If the Pistons was able to swing Bradley Beal, that's the guy you want. Obviously, the Pistons are going to be in the middle of the road team. The Pistons never get any luck in the lottery. So, I mean, how good is your draft picks? They didn't want to take a chance this year. Well, they wouldn't have took a chance this year on Michael Porter Jr. I think a lot of teams made a mistake. Even though he redshirts a year, he was too talented of a player to pass up. And I think a lot of teams, if he end up being healthy, will regret that. But John Wall just ain't the fit. You know, you need more shooting, not less shooting. You need a guy like Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal will be the fit here. But obviously, it's going to take a lot to give up Bradley Beal. I mean, multiple first-round draft picks. I think it's going to take all your young assets as well. I don't know. I don't know if they got Stanley Johnson over in Washington. But let me know what y'all think. Motor City Sports Talk. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.